let's do this. This is Dreamcatcher with BOCA.
모든 타깃은 날 향해 있어 말없이 베이는 상처 말 안 해도 알 수 있어 yeah, 아무런 표정도 없이 넌 이미 익숙하단 듯이 벗어나지 못해 but I know Hold up, yeah I'm a geek, the big paradox 쉽게 생각하면 널 지키는 killer 지옥 끝에선 다 하나같이 bitter 입을 걸어 잠궈 freeze off 이유 없는 시선 꼬리면은 question 주의 시간 이미 그들에게 없어 막을 수 없이 사무치는 맘 참지 못했다 난 너를 위해서 먹구름에 쌓인 깊어지는 밤 내려돌았던 날 줬던 날 굳게 가로등 끌게 볼까 Where is the love 가시 같은 그 말로 널 아프게 한다면 열지 못하게 볼까 Yeah, 눈 감아 숨 막혀 넌 도망쳐만 밟지 넌 뒷걸음만 쳤다면 거기서 변하지 않아 뻔하지 no Get the key, set you free 너 이제 그만둬 숨바꼭질 바짝 따라와 뭘 다가가면 lock the door, lock the door 막을 수 없이 사무치는 맘 참지 못했다 난 너를 위해서 불어오는 건 거친 바람과 내려돌았던 날 줬던 날 굳게 가로등 끌게 볼까 Where is the love 가시 같은 그 말로 널 아프게 한다면 열지 못하게 소중한 시간들을 왜 증오로 채우는가 Too many angels dying now I'm gonna change your mind 다시 숨 쉴 수 있게 No Where is the love 가시 같은 그 말로 널 아프게 한다면 열지 못하게 볼까
Okay, Dreamcatcher. Big riffs, right? That's like what I'm listening for every time now that I hear a Dreamcatcher track. They had some excellent guitar work in here. There was some shredding in here, and one of those parts when the guitar sound really came around again in that section. Very strong 3 count in this one, which is good. I like the meter change ups with Dreamcatcher. They use 3 a lot more. Dami, right? She's the boy. She really adds a unique vocal register to this group here. I'm pretty sure it's one of the lowest, if not the lowest register that I've heard out of all the groups so far. She sounds great. I mean, I love it. It's very fits very well with this overall sound that they have going on. In this first section, I believe it sounds like some vocal sort of arpeggios are going on that are really nice. when this starts up, and it's sort of establishing that 3 feel, as opposed to like a heavily instrumental sound coming in. I think leaning on the vocals at the beginning is actually really nice. Okay, so here we have the tree of language, right? Oh, and so there's a Dystopia trilogy, as in there's 3 albums, right? And then these songs, Scream, Arai, and Boca, they're from, like, it's each album, like there's one appears on each of those 3 albums within this trilogy of albums. Very conceptual again. I started off just having a list of like K-pop artists and the songs, but I have to have a new document for every group now, because it's so much like content and so much material, so much work, right? To try and keep track of it and help sort it out for my own head. But okay, let's see. Great sets as usual. The colors. Okay. See that like I hear that's all just a cappella vocals. Well, there's some processing on it. I mean, there's a little bit on there. But it's right, you get that percussion also right at the beginning, and you're in 3. Like this feels like 3 all of a sudden, just out of nowhere. It's a great sound, man. I love it. I love it. No, kind of spread out here. Yeah, it kind of opens up here. Very nice soft vocals over this little chord progression here. Now it's starting to build up. And then the big riffs coming. Yeah. And the little sort of like, you know, right before the guitar part came in here in this section, there was like, you know, just the vocal, like the rhythm part dropped out, percussion dropped out. It was only like half a measure or a beat, if that. But that collapse of the sort of structure there, you know, and then these guitars kind of crash in when this next section starts up. It's very, very cool stuff. Very cool. Dami. Very like her parts are great, right? Both of those that entire rap section was very good. I really like the rhythms there, and they're so consistent. And then once it leads into this section, you know, it just you really feel everything open up when she goes back into the softer vocal lines here over these just chords. Really, it's just fairly straightforward, but it's just very nicely done as usual. There's that guitar shredding, dude, shredding. Oh man. If it hurts you not to open. Beautiful colors. Green, yellow, blue, red, black here. Nice. Oh, so nice. What a belt. Ooh, listen to that. Very cool, man. Very cool. Dreamcatchers. I really appreciate this sort of space that they occupy with their sound, you know, just the incorporation of some of these different elements. I mean, I heard, you know, depending on the group, depending on the song, you'll hear guitars in there. So, you know, sometimes, you know, I've heard it in Twice, I've heard it in Blackpink, but they like to stick to a very metal sound whenever they incorporate the guitar, and it's just it's you know, they're the only ones that kind of lean into it that way. But it, like I've said before, that's seems like the direction that it almost needed to go in. You know what I mean? I mean, if nobody else is doing it, it's very, very awesome arrangements, though. Yeah. So boca, of course, that's the Spanish word, right, for mouth. And the three sort of rhythm, you know, that I see how that kind of at least suggests or hints at Latin sort of dance rhythm, you know. It's always very subtle, though, isn't it? Like, they never, in all of these groups, they never really take something and use it too much. It's always like just the right touch. But yeah, when I think Dreamcatcher now, I'm waiting for those for the guitar sound. I'm waiting for those riffs to come in, and Dami's she just stands out to me for whatever reason. I mean, it's mostly, like I said, that her voice is just the tone of her voice, the difference in that, like a much lower register. Though it's also her rap parts. I do like the rhythms on her parts very much, and it's you know, these are just aspects as I'm learning, as I'm experiencing more of the group's work. But these are a couple of specific things about their sound that are unique, at least in my interpretations, right? In my listening, to my ear, these are the things that I'm starting to associate with the group. But very cool. I need to, you know, learn better the members of this group. There's so many groups, and they all just seem to keep getting bigger and bigger. But it's great. I really want to appreciate all of the members, you know, for what it is that they do. But there was some outstanding vocals in there, especially as it, you know, the build up at the end, right? That last go around, some tremendous belting, just like, oh man, she had vibrato going too at the top. It was great. It was fantastic. So Dreamcatcher, they have a very expansive discography as far as the albums that they put out and the work that they put out. But I'm going to go back to the Nightmare album, the first one, after this, because at this point I still have to go back through each of those Dystopia albums in the Dystopia album trilogy work, right? But Dreamcatcher, awesome vocals, smart use of vocals. I love Dami's register and her parts, tremendous belting, and like not just riffs but some very nice shreds on this. It was what was that one? No more than like 8 bars or whatever, but it was very good. Oh man, that was very good. It was perfect. It was everything is so well balanced. Even that guitar solo part was busier as it got towards its conclusion, towards the end of what that sort of phrase was trying to say. But it just built up, in just the right way. It's all so smart. It's all so clever. Dreamcatcher BOCA. I'm going to the Nightmare at my next go around with Dreamcatcher for sure. I gotta start from the beginning.